Welcome everyone to the AAF Simulated on EA Sports, and we have already reached the end of week 2, and we have an awesome matchup coming your way. The 1-0 Orlando Apollos hit the road to take on the 0-1 San Antonio Commanders. Orlando won their opener last week against Atlanta. The Commanders dropped their home opener to San Diego, but we welcome you right now to the Alamo Dome, where the Commanders and the Apollos are getting ready to take the field, and these are two teams that are arguably two of the best teams in the league on paper. When you look at the Apollos, all the offensive and defensive talent you have, then you look at the San Antonio Commanders roster, and the same amount of talent is there. So this is going to be a great game between two teams that both have a lot to prove. The Apollos opened up last week, the first game of the AAF Simulated, beating the Atlanta Legends 30-9 at home. Meanwhile, San Antonio, they struggled last week. Their offense did not get things going until the fourth quarter, and they lost 33-21 to the San Diego Fleet. But they have a chance to get back on track here against really one of the best teams in this league. It looks like San Antonio will be kicking the football away, so we'll be getting a first look at the Apollos offense here in week 2, and we welcome you all right now. Thank you for joining us. This should be an epic game. We saved it for last because we knew it should be a good one between the San Antonio Commanders, coached by Mike Riley, and the Orlando Apollos, coached by Steve Spurrier. Nick Rose, he'll kick it away, and final game underway here in San Antonio. On the return, it's Akeem Hunt. He'll take it out, and he's got a return past the 25 to the 26, and that's where they will start with the football. And coming out is Garrett Gilbert, the play caller. And man, what a game he had. You talk about efficient. 19 for 21, 222 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Completed 90% of his passes, and had a QB rating of 150.3. What more could you want from your starting quarterback? Steve Spurrier loves Garrett Gilbert. He had high praise for him after that debut win. We'll see what he can do against a good San Antonio defense. On 1st and 10, Gilbert to throw. All sorts of time. Guns in. Is a man wide open that's complete. It's a tight end, Sean Price, up to the 43. There's a nice pickup of 17 on the plays on the game's first play. Sean Price, he had a great game last week. Caught a touchdown. 5 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown, and opens up the game with a 17-yard reception. And see, look at the offensive line just giving Gilbert so much time to get rid of the football, and it allows him to find Sean Price, who's probably 3rd or 4th there, going through his progressions. Just makes an excellent play. And remember, last week, they opened up with a 36-yard bomb to Chris Thompson, so this offense, they are dangerous, and San Antonio knows it. 1st and 10 from the 43. On the ground, it's Ernest Johnson breaking tackles. Big run from Johnson to the 49. 6 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 4. Johnson, he's a great back, and last week in their debut against Atlanta, he had 17 carries for 84 yards, averaging just under 5 yards a carry. Not only is he explosive, but he's a powerful runner, and he just fits Orlando's offensive scheme. Steve Spurrier has done a great job with his team. 2nd and 4 now from the 49. On the ground, it's Johnson again, and he's got a first down to the Commanders' 46, so Orlando already into Commander territory. Once again, their offense last week, they elected to get the ball first, and they were able to march right down, score, and their 2-point conversion was successful. Took an 8-0 lead right off the bat. Of course, don't know what's going to happen the rest of this drive, but so far, it's looking pretty dang solid, and this is what they do. Their offense is just almost unstoppable. Once again, Johnson on the ground with a big hole. Ernest Johnson breaks loose inside the 30 to the 27, and the Orlando Apollos continue to play good football. And this is a team that we knew was going to be tough to play against coming into the league. How about this run from Johnson? Look at the hole that he's allowed by that line. Excellent blocking there from 64. And Johnson is just able to break right through and explode. And that's the danger that he presents to these defenses. Already the Apollos in field goal range. 1st and 10 now from the 27. Sticks on the ground game, why not? Johnson fights to the 22. He's already got 35 yards on this drive alone. Garrett Gilbert has only attempted 1 pass. 2nd and 4 coming up from the 22. San Antonio's got a pretty solid defense. Last week, though, they struggled against San Diego. They gave up 33 points, and they've got another tough test here against Orlando, one of the best offenses in the league. This is a tough opening couple of games here for the Commanders. Stick with the ground game. It's Akeem Hunt, and he gets it inside the red zone to the 19. And now we'll get a look at this Orlando offense. They have so many studs. This offensive line has been playing absolutely amazing so far to start the season. We talked about Akeem Hunt so far and Dearness Johnson. How about the receivers? Charles Johnson last week had 2 touchdowns. Jalen Marshall had the first score of the season. And then someone that wasn't mentioned there, Chris Thompson. He had a great game. 4 catches, 94 yards. Orlando is stacked on offense, and it's showing right now. Big 3rd and 2, though. If San Antonio can come up with a stop here and force Orlando to a field goal, that would be a huge win for this defense because Orlando's just been running the football down their throat. Gilbert to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's got to get rid of it. Across the middle, and it's complete. Charles Johnson down to the 11. And once again, the offensive line gives him tons of time, and Johnson is able to get open. And this Orlando Apollos team, just this offense, I cannot say enough about what an excellent team Steve Spurrier has put together in Orlando. Johnson just wide open across the middle. Excellently done. It brings up 1st and 10 now from the 11. As this has been a pretty long drive to start the game. We're already almost halfway through the first quarter. 1st and 10 now from the 11. Gilbert to throw again. Got time. He's got to get rid of the football. Just goes to the outside. It's complete. Sean Price, pickup of 2. And now we're going to get a look at San Antonio's defense. A defense that struggled last week, but they have a lot of guys. Joey Embu, Winston Craig on the line. And then you look at guys like Nick Temple, Shane Washington, the linebacker position, Austin Larkin, Devontae Bosby. He struggled last week. Although we're getting some glitches there. A couple of those guys should have been switched around. That's Madden's fault. Curtis Drummond is not number 92, and he's not that big. Anyways, San Antonio has a lot of talent on defense. They just got to find a way to put it together. Mike Riley's got to find a way to get his Commanders to come up with some stops. And flag. And that'll help. That'll help a lot. Orlando gets called for the false start, and that pushes them back to 2nd and 13 now from the 14. So that's big. See if San Antonio can get something going. Off play action. Gilbert got a man wide open. It's complete and to the end zone. Touchdown Orlando, and it's Jalen Marshall opening up the week 2 with a score. He did it in week 1 and now does it in week 2, and what a throw from Gilbert. Just perfectly placed on the run. Actually, I mean, slightly behind him, but still, Marshall able to make a great catch, and he just look at that. That's a great adjustment, and then able to turn up field, get through, and pick up the score. Huge play for the Apollos to start this game. They've got a 6-0 lead, and remember, in the Alliance, you have to go for 2-point conversions, so the excitement continues here. Orlando, they were 3 for 4 on 2-point conversion last week. Let's see if they can convert on this one. They go to Johnson on the ground, and I think he stood up. He is. Good defense there. That's Shane Washington, the linebacker, able to get in there and just prevents him from getting to that line to gain. Looks awfully close. But from what we can tell, the Commanders at least keep this a 6-0 game, which is going to be clutch. 2-point conversions have really made a big difference in some of these games. And in fact, it was a big difference in San Antonio's game last week. They lost 33-21. But San Diego was 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions. San Antonio was 0 for 3. You'd think if you switch that stat around, it's a 27-27 ball game. So, just some food for thought there. 2-point conversions, they're big. They really play into how the games just play out overall. 6-0 lead. What a drive. Again, Orlando just marches down the field on their first drive, dominating offensively, and they score, take a 6-0 lead, and Elliott Fry now to kick it away for Orlando. Back to receive is DeMarcus Ayers. In the end zone, he'll take it out. Try to make something happen here, looking for some blockers, and a decent return up to the 27. So San Antonio coming out, and this means that we're going to get a look at the signal caller. That's Logan Woodside, who really struggled last week in his debut against San Diego. His stats, 19 for 29, 233 yards. He threw a touchdown, but he threw an interception. The touchdown came in the final seconds of the game, kind of in garbage time, but the interception was a crusher. Down 17-9, they were marching down to tie up the game, and he throws a pick. He cannot make those sorts of plays today. Let's see what they can do. 1st and 10, Woodside will throw. Orlando brings a big blitz. That's complete. Pickup of about 6 on the play. Nice reception out to Mikael McKay. Brings up 2nd and 4. The Commanders, this is what they have to do. Quick plays, get Logan Woodside into a groove. He's got a lot of offensive talent Woodside just has to find a way to get himself into a rhythm. They really struggled with that last week against San Diego, and I expect to see Mike Riley improve that today. 2nd and 4 now from their own 33. On the ground, it's Farrow, and he is brought down pretty much immediately. Newberry on the tackle. Gonna bring up a big 3rd and 3 already. Let's look at this offense, and they have a lot of talent. Last week, the offensive line had some struggles. They really hurt. San Diego got a bunch of sacks. But look at Kenneth Farrow. He played a great game last week. 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Just wasn't enough to get their offense going. But when you have guys like Mikhail McKay, DeMarcus Ayers, and Greg Ward, and then Evan Rodriguez is a tight end, Logan Woodside's got a lot of solid targets to throw the football to. He's just got to find a way to make it happen. 3rd and 2 now from the 34. Woodside back to throw. With time, checks it out, and that's complete. Kenneth Farrow, 1st down. So the Commanders are able to convert on their first 3rd down of the game, and that's a big one. You know, Orlando marches down and scores. If you have a 3 and out to start the game, that can really just take the starch out of things for you right away. Excellent job to convert. You don't need anything big. You don't need anything fancy. Just a simple flat, basically, from Farrow. Picks up a 1st down, and it's excellent execution there. And I like the play call from Mike Riley. So 1st and 10 now from the 38. Let's see if the Commanders can get their offense going early on. This is what they're going to have to do if they want to win this game. Woodside back to throw with all sorts of time. Deep across the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's complete. Mikhail McKay all the way to Orlando's 40. And that is a great way to start this game for San Antonio. Mikhail McKay, he is a big guy. He's a big target. They call him Big Play McKay for a reason. 6'5", 210 pounds. And he just gets open there. A nicely thrown football from Woodside, fitting it in between those defenders that were closing on McKay. And just allowing him to catch the ball, turn upfield, gain a couple extra yards. Good looking offensive drive right now from the Commanders. And again, you go back to that 1st down that they just picked up. That allows them to push the ball down the field for a bigger play. And I love what Mike Riley's doing so far with his offense. Woodside back to throw again. Steps up in the pocket. He's going deep. He wants it all. He's got a man open, and it's knocked away. Rodriguez unable to hang on. That was a nice throw from Woodside. Now let's look at this defense that was phenomenal last week. Earl Okine, Leon Orr, and Giorgio Newberry on the line. You got Ryan Davis, Terrence Garvin, Reggie Northup, all very talented linebackers. Marquez White, Cody Riggs, the cornerback position. Mark Myers made a couple big plays last week, along with Will Hill. They just demolished Atlanta 30-9. Granted, the Legends did have some good-looking drives, but they just weren't able to make it happen on offense to keep themselves in that game. Right now, the Commanders looking pretty good, and that's a missed opportunity there on 1st down. Let's see what they come back with on 2nd. And it's Kenneth Farrow, and he is met right away. Loses a couple yards, and who else in there but don't even know his name. I think that might have been Ladarius Gunner. Couple guys in there on a huge stop. And actually, that's Mark Myers. I think I made the same mistake last week. My apologies. But anyways, big play from Mark Myers, who made a couple really nice plays last week against Atlanta. Big 3rd and 12 right now for the Commanders. They are not in field goal range. They've got to try to come away with some sort of points off this drive. Back to throw. Orlando brings a blitz. Dart to the sidelines. It's complete. Big reception for the 1st down. Greg Ward Jr. And the Commanders are able to move the sticks and convert on 3rd and 12. Orlando decided to bring the pressure, and it does not pay off. Excellent throw there from Woodside and Greg Ward. I love the route. Just gets Marquez White to fake. He just fakes him out, basically. And Ward was just a slip tackle from going all the way. 22 yards on that reception, and brings up 1st and 10 from the 20. So the Commanders moving the football. And yeah, we're going to see a lot of offense from both teams this game, I think. 1st and 10. In motion is Ayers, and he's not going to get it. It's Kenneth Farrow trying to get something to go with. So far, Farrow has gone nowhere. That's another loss of 2, and an excellent tackle by Azim Victor. Brings up 2nd and 12. Look at this. He just breaks through immediately. Kenneth Farrow unable to go anywhere. This Orlando defense just gave up the 3rd and 12. But a great tackle there by Victor. Brings up 2nd and 12. for the Commanders, and again, this Commanders offense has got to find a way to score quickly. Last week, they fell behind to San Diego by 14 points because their offense couldn't get things going until the fourth quarter. When you're going up against Orlando, who has arguably the best offense in the league, you've got to start making plays right off the bat. Big run! He could go all the way. Down the sidelines is David Cobb to the end zone. What did we just say? They need to make some big plays, and they do. Cobb has 2 carries on the season so far and 2 touchdowns, and San Antonio ties up the game. And look, this is just excellent blocking on the exterior, and it allows Cobb to get around, really just get to the end zone, does the rest of the work himself. Orlando in pursuit, but Mark Myers not able to get there. And the Commanders make it 6-6 and a chance to take an 8-6 lead here with a 2-point conversion. How about that? Opening drive, San Antonio marches down and scores a touchdown. 20-yard run from David Cobb. 2-point conversion attempt to make it an 8-6 game. Can San Antonio claim the lead here? 0 for 3 last week. Woodside to throw, and he got it! The 2-point conversion is good. That's Mikhail McKay, and the Commanders take an 8-6 lead here with only 18 seconds in the first quarter. What an opening drive from San Antonio. And Steve Spurrier not too happy with his defense, and I don't blame him. David Cobb, a 22-yard score. And look at this dart from Woodside for the 2-point conversion. And this is exactly what we expected San Antonio's offense to do last week. And again, you know, it's a new league. You got new players, new teams coming together. It's hard to find a rhythm sometimes on week 1. But maybe week 2, this is the game for Mike Riley and his San Antonio Commanders. Still got pretty much 3 quarters to go, but what an opening drive. Orlando to get the ball back. Akeem Hunt in the end zone, and he'll just take a knee. So 18 seconds left here in this first quarter. Both offenses with phenomenal first drives. Garrett Gilbert marched the team down, found Jalen Marshall, and then Logan Woodside able to make a couple great throws to Mikhail McKay and Greg Ward, and then David Cobb able to get to the outside for the touchdown run. 1st and 10 coming up from the 25. Let's see what Spurrier does to respond. The delayed give to Johnson. He's got room to run, but taken down after pickup of about 3. I feel like if he could have made a move there on Curtis Drummond, he could have gained a lot of yardage, but probably the last play of the first quarter. Excuse me. And that is the end of the first quarter. The San Antonio Commanders 8-6 lead over the Orlando Apollos in what has been an exciting game so far. Both offenses making things happen. And if you're Mike Riley, you got to think that this is a game that you have to win. You do not want to drop to 0-2, especially with how good that AAF West is looking. Johnson with a big hole. Johnson making moves, and he's got a first down to the 36. 45 yards already for Dearness Johnson. He's having a heck of a performance so far. Just an excellent hole given to him again by that offensive line, who has arguably been one of the best lines, if not the best line in the league. Salt Lake's been playing phenomenal as well with their offensive line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Gilbert back to throw. San Antonio brings a blitz. It's picked up. Guns it across the middle. Wide open man. Sean Price, the tight end. Look at those stats from Gilbert. 5 for 5. 57 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this guy can throw the football. Just slings it across the middle perfectly on time to Sean Price. Beautiful execution, and so far, both these offenses looking pretty unstoppable. Of course, eventually we'll see one of these defenses step up. Sean Price, 3 catches, 35 yards, and again, we mentioned last week, had a touchdown. He had over 50 yards receiving. It's just so exciting watching this league unfold and seeing the stars that just continue to pop up week after week. 1st and 10 now from San Antonio's 48. Johnson trying to break through tackles and brings it down to the 45. Johnson closing in on 50 yards already, and that is pretty dang impressive. We're hardly into the second quarter. Brings up about a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 now from the 45. And let's see if San Antonio's defense can step up and make a stop, because they have struggled to get defensive stops almost all season long. Of course, we're just 2 weeks in, but still, Gilbert's going to take it himself to the outside. Spins his way down to the 40. Deron Smith, though, with a good tackle to stop the first down. And now, big 3rd and 2 coming up. We saw Garrett Gilbert have a couple beautiful runs last week against Atlanta that practically iced the game. He's not your typical guy that you'd expect to see run, but that's why they can run that play and fake the defenses out. 3rd and 2. Huge play right now for the Apollos. Try to keep this drive alive. They go to Johnson on the ground, and he picks it up. Huge carry. Dearness Johnson to the 36, and the Apollos move the chains behind that offensive line that has just, again, been playing an excellent game so far. Just beautifully executed, and Johnson just able to break to the outside, gets around Austin Larkin, who I think if Larkin just comes around the edge there, he has a chance, but I mean, he was kind of getting shoved by his own man. 1st and 10 now from the 36, and Orlando knocking on the door of some more points. Pretty much in field goal range. Gilbert will throw. San Antonio brings a big blitz and is picked up. Johnson fires. Is that complete? It is. Charles Johnson on the sidelines down to the 21. What a catch by Johnson. The concentration. This guy, he's just a stud. I mean, last week he had 39 yards receiving, but 2 touchdowns. And look at the catch here. Just the toe tap. Just a thing of beauty. And this is an offense that had like 330 yards of offense, I believe, in week 1. They're just continuing to move the football down the field, just a yard or so out of the red zone right now. See if they can continue to march down and score another touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 21. Gilbert will throw again. All sorts of time. He's got to get rid of the football. Blocks are being picked up. He's just got to let it go. I don't think he will. And he's not. He's going to be taken down. Matthew Godin gets a sack all the way back at the 31. Big sack from Godin. He is a big fella. Makes a big play, and honestly here, this is just kind of one of those annoying Madden glitches where the quarterback just thinks that he has to hold on to the ball for 20 seconds. Regardless, a big play from San Antonio to try to stall this offense. Now back to the 31, you think if the same thing happens again, you might force Orlando into a punt. So Garrett Gilbert's got to do a better job getting the ball out of his hands. And just throwing it away or just pushing it downfield. 2nd and 20 now from the 31 after the sack. They go on the ground to Johnson, trying to make something happen. I'm surprised that wasn't a face mask, but he only gets it down to the 29. 3rd and 18. Duke Thomas with that tackle, and again, that looked close to a face mask, but it's not going to get called. Big 3rd and 18. Let's see if the Commanders can come up with a stop and maybe even push Orlando out of field goal range. We'll see. All receivers spread wide for Garrett Gilbert. They bring a blitz. Just has to get rid of it. It's complete. Price down the sidelines, and he's just going to get inside the 15. Not enough for a first down. Brings up 4th and 4, so a big stop from the Commanders. They needed 18. They get 14. But that's Shane Washington, who's just able to catch up to Price here. And they close in on him. I thought Price would have had a chance at that first down for a second. It's a good job, though, by Gilbert realizing the pressure and getting off, because now you know you at least are coming away with a field goal here to reclaim the lead. Elliott Fry. This is his first field goal attempt of the season. 32 yards. The kick is up, and it's through. 9-8 lead for the Apollos. They're back up, but only by 1. 4:35 to play here in the first half, and it's a good kick. Straight down the middle. That's what you'd expect from your kicker from 32 yards out. Pretty much an extra point, which we don't have in this league, which is so much more fun to watch. You get the 2-point conversion, and again, Orlando missed theirs. San Antonio got theirs. So this game is only 1 point, despite Orlando having 2 scoring drives. And we'll see how San Antonio responds. They had a great march, a couple big 3rd down conversions, and that one throw from Logan Woodside to Greg Ward on 3rd and 12. That's what San Antonio has to keep doing. Stuff like that'll win them the game. Ayers will take it out of the end zone again, trying to make something happen. He's got some room to run. DeMarcus Ayers breaking loose and going down the sidelines, and finally taken down to the 23. What a return, and that sets up shop inside the 25. Ayers finds a lane and almost takes it all the way. This is the first time we've seen some big returns. Back in the first game of week 2, Salt Lake, Brandon Oliver had the first kickoff return for a touchdown, and simulated history between XFL and AAF. What a return from Ayers, and, well, what do you know? The Commanders are once again in scoring position here. Right off the bat, what a return. That was excellently done by Ayers. Back to throw is Woodside. And he's got all sorts of time to throw the ball. Going deep, wide open, man, it's complete. Inside the 10 to the 7. Greg Ward Jr. with the reception sets up 1st and goal, and San Antonio, this home crowd is going crazy. We did not see San Antonio's offense play like this last week, but they are in rhythm today. Last week, again, it was just a tough loss to San Diego. They went down 17-3. They made it 17-9. They got the ball back. They were pushing the ball down the field, and then Logan Woodside threw the interception to Cameron Kelly, and that pretty much iced the game. San Diego scored some more. That game ended 33-21, but right now, San Antonio in a position to take the lead here late in the first half. 1st and goal from the 7. Off-play action, Woodside rolling out. Got time, just dumps it off. That's Rodriguez, who goes nowhere. Excellent tackling. Pushing the back 2 yards. Mark Myers in there again. Rodriguez loses a couple yards. And you see just Mark Myers jump into the football. Reggie Northrup in there as well. Just some big plays being made right now on both sides of the football, on both teams. This has been really just a very exciting first half of football. 2nd and goal now coming up from the 9. Let's see what Mike Rowley decides to go with. Does he maybe give it a draw to Kenneth Farrell, try to get them close to the end zone? No. All receivers spread wide. He's going to throw the football. Does Orlando bring pressure here? Let's see. 2nd and goal from the 9, and they bring some pressure. And it's tipped at the line and incomplete. Excellent play on the blitz. And able to knock it away. Huge play. 3rd and goal coming up from the 9. You think if San Antonio can score a touchdown here, they get the ball for the second half, so they can take a 2-score lead. But a field goal, if they settle for a field goal, they regain the lead, so that'd be good for them. But you think after that huge return, it'd be difficult. It'd be sad to come up with just a field goal. Got his man across the middle. It's McKay, but he's gonna be stuffed short. What a defensive stand. Big tackle there from Terrence Garvin. And Woodside just gets rid of it, and you think, I don't know why he throws it there, because you think you just want to try to get to the end zone, and his offensive line was holding up well. So Nick Rose will have to come out for a 22-yard field goal attempt to give the Commanders the lead back. Getting close to the 2-minute warning, so Orlando will have some time to try to score before half. 22-yard field goal attempt to give the Commanders the lead. Kick is up, and it's right through. The Commanders regain the lead 11-9 here at home. The final game of Week 2 in the AAF Simulated, and it has been a good one so far. We've had a lot of exciting games here in Week 2. And as the season goes on, it's just going to continue to get more and more exciting, and we appreciate all of you guys joining us for this fun ride of simulating the Alliance of American Football League that a lot of us missed despite some of the errors that they had. Just sad to see football leagues shut down. So excited to keep the dream alive here on the AAF Simulated Network. I'm James Larson up here in the booth, basically commissioner, host, announcer, everything for this league. Rose sends it away after the field goal. Akeem Hunt will take a knee in the end zone. So Orlando 2:16 to work with, 3 timeouts, and they got to go 75 yards to score a touchdown. You think they got to go about 45, 50 yards if they want to take a field goal. Dearness Johnson, 9 carries, 55 yards. They have been using him a lot in this first half, and why not? He is one of the better backs in this league. He is fast, he is explosive, and he is strong. 1st and 10 though from the 25, and you'd think that they'd probably stick more with the passing game right now in the 2-minute drill. And what do I know? Johnson takes it, only gets to the 27, and that's how we'll go to the 2-minute warning. Brings up 2nd and 8, and if you're the Apollos, with the way San Antonio has played on offense, This 2 minutes, you've got to make the most of it here. You've got to march down and try to score. Spurrier's got to go into the 2-minute drill and get his team some points. 2-minute warning here in San Antonio. The Commanders 11-9 lead over the Apollos in what has been an exciting first half of football. Seen some good offensive plays, some good defensive plays. All receivers spread wide now from Garrett Gilbert. Let's see what he'll do. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. They got 3 timeouts. Plenty of time to try to score. Gilbert back to throw. Bullets, and it's tipped up and complete! Unbelievable! Marshall able to come down with it off of the tip, and what looked like what could have been an interception, I believe, from Devontae Bosby turns into a first down for the Commanders as Marshall's second catch of the day. He had the touchdown on the first drive. Unbelievable stuff. The awareness of Marshall to come down with that is outstanding. 1st and 10 from the 37, and he got out of bounds. Motions Johnson out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Gilbert back to throw with all sorts of time. He's got to get rid of it, and he lost the football. It's picked up, and they're just going to call the play dead. Big time play from Joey Mbu on the line, and San Antonio with an 11-9 lead, and Orlando's going to have to start trying to push the ball down the field. And you go back to the last play. Devontae Bosby should have had an interception. It's tipped up, and Jalen Marshall is able to somehow come down with that catch. Right there, Mbu gets right through Gilbert, not a chance. Offensive line held up pretty well overall, but that time, Mbu breaks through, and the clock continues to run. Orlando's got to start moving the ball a little bit faster than this, that's for sure. 2nd and 21 from their own 26, so a lot of yardage lost on that. Gilbert back to throw. Once again, with all sorts of time, he just got to get rid of the football. Finally lets it go, and it's complete to Johnson, who takes it to the 43. Brings up a 3rd and 5 now, getting close to a minute left on the clock, and they don't seem to be in any hurry, so I don't know if they're going to be scoring. Madden simulations are really stupid when it comes to time management. And they're going to wait for the clock to go down to 101 and then call a timeout. Yep. What a waste of time. 11-9, San Antonio with the lead. Third and 5 now from the 43. 2 timeouts left for Orlando, so definitely still a chance that they can score, but with the way these simulations work, the odds are very low. 3rd and 5, all receivers spread out for Gilbert. This Orlando offense has not looked as unstoppable the last couple of drives. See what they can do. Pull it from Gilbert, he's got a man wide open. Johnson down to the 35, and they use his second timeout. What a throw from Gilbert, who has not thrown an incompletion yet today. I think he's 10 for 10. Granted, he probably should have thrown an interception to Bosby. Charles Johnson, 3 catches, 46 yards, and having himself a nice day. 1st and 10 from the 35, and can Orlando continue to push the ball down the field and come away with some points? They're already pretty much in field goal range. Gilbert to throw. Pressure, just has to check it down to Johnson, who goes out of bounds and loses 3 yards. Should have just dropped it. Back at the 38, it's going to bring up 2nd and 13. If you're Gilbert there, just throw that away. Second and 14, and if you're a fan of the Apollos, you have to hope that they have a quick play here. Don't get it on 3rd down, and that's incomplete. So 3rd and 14, this is big. If I'm Orlando, I'm going to try to pick up about 5-6 yards, get in the field goal range for Elliott Fry, and just come away with points. You do not want to pick up this 1st down, because you're not going to end up scoring unless you somehow score a touchdown. Because these simulations do not know anything about time management, and you'll run out of time and not come away with any points at all. 3rd and 14. Gilbert to throw. He's got time. What is he going to do with the football? Goes deep to the sidelines. Is complete. Thompson, does he have enough for a first down? And he gets out of bounds. No, he doesn't. Time's continuing to run. Orlando's got to get back to the line. That's probably the worst possible thing that could have happened for the Apollos here. Thompson gets to the sticks, and it's a 1st down. If Thomas is just able to tackle him before the line to gain, Orlando's able to kick a field goal. But now, time continuing to run. They do have 1 timeout, so Hopefully they just let time run down here and then they kick a field goal. Unless Garrett Gilbert pushes it to the end zone. He's got to let it go. That ball is tipped and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 24. 15 seconds. They at least have a timeout, so you'd hope that they would know enough to kick a field goal. What they can't have happen here is like a quick 3-yard completion where they call timeout and there's like 10 or 11 seconds left, because then they're not going to kick a field goal. They're not going to get any points. 2nd and 10 now from the 24. Gilbert back to throw again. He's been pressured. Gets it across the middle. It's Johnson, and they use the timeout, and what did I say? 11-9, and now you just got to hope that they can somehow get it to the end zone here, because otherwise they're not getting points. 1st and 10 coming up from San Antonio's 14. And yeah, 11 seconds. They have only one play if it's not an incompletion. What can Garrett Gilbert do here? 1st and 10 from San Antonio's 14. They've got to try to get the lead here. Blitz from San Antonio. Gilbert with time to throw. Just got to let it go. Pressured. He's hit, and that's how we're going to go to the second half. Gilbert is taken down. Austin Larkin finally gets through. He should have just thrown the football, and San Antonio has 3 sacks on the day. Gilbert has all the time he needs to throw the football, but right now, the Apollos are struggling offensively. Bad time management, and they come away with no points, and it goes back to Chris Thompson picking up that first down. If he was just a yard or two short, they could have reclaimed the lead before halftime, but no. We have head to halftime. The San Antonio Commanders, 11-9 lead. They're 0-1, looking to rewrite the ship, or right the ship here against Orlando. We'll see what happens. Apollo's 1-0, but might not be 1-0 for long. San Antonio with the lead. It's been a good one here. Unfortunately, the bad time management from Madden robbed Orlando of some points. But hey, it goes both ways. So we'll see what happens here. San Antonio will get the ball. You think they score a touchdown here, and if they can convert on the 2-point conversion again, they'll be in good shape. But Orlando, defensively, they've got to find a way to step up, because Woodside has been pretty much unstoppable through the air. He hasn't thrown a touchdown, but he's just done a very effective job on the Commanders' 2 drives so far in this game. Fry will send it away. Probably disappointed he didn't get to get out there. On the return is to Ayers, who had a huge return to set up the field goal. Trying to cut it upfield, and it was taken down at the 25. So that time, special teams for Orlando do their job. I will say, though, the tackle made at the end of that kickoff return really saved Orlando with some points, because they at least held San Antonio to 3 instead of them getting 6 or 8. 1st and 10 coming up from the 25. Let's see what Logan Woodside can do. He has played a good game so far, and the Commanders in a position to maybe try to pull away. Orlando, big blitz. It's complete, quick throw. DeMarcus Ayers gets his first catch of the day to the 37. The Commanders moving the football. This is an offense that, again, last week they struggled to get things going, but I think they have found their groove, and I'm surprised with how well they've been playing so far against the Apollos, who, again, are a great team. But the Commanders are a great team, too, and this game is a game that we came into knowing that it could go either way. Back to throw, big blitz, and Woodside taken down. That's Victor, who had a couple big plays already. Azim Victor, I believe, with the sack all the way back at the 29, and that's the big play that Orlando needed defensively. 2nd and 18 coming up. Victor just breaks right through. Woodside does not have enough time, and it's a great job by the Apollos making it happen. Brings up 2nd and 18, and now if you're San Antonio, you got 2 plays to try to get 18 yards. It makes it a little bit more difficult. See what they decide to do here. They go on the ground with Farrow, trying to get to the outside, and he goes absolutely nowhere. Kenneth Farrow has negative 4 yards on the day, and he has been completely just stuffed. Huge play by the Apollos. Just in there to make the stop right away. Couple of guys between, I think that's Cody Riggs. It's Cody Riggs, and then Newberry finishing him off. 3rd and 20. And you think if San Antonio can somehow pull off this conversion, Orlando's going to start running out of opportunities. So the Apollo's defense have got to find a way to just come up with a stop here. Try to get a win. Big blitz. Quick shot across the middle. McKay breaks one tackle. Breaks away again. McKay, first down. You got to be kidding me. Big play, McKay. He did that all by himself. Wow. San Antonio converts. Look at this play. McKay jukes out a couple guys as Mark Myers he gets by, and Terrence Garvin, I think he made a touchdown saving tackle there, because otherwise McKay would have been off to the races. But look at the move he puts on Mark Myers, who's one of the better safeties in this league. Wow. So they convert, they get into Orlando territory. Now the Commanders. This offense is clicking. Woodside gets some help from McKay there. 1st and 10. I don't know why Orlando brought so much pressure. Deep shot. Man wide open. It's Greg Ward. Big reception all the way down to the 30. And the Commanders are continuing to move the football well. Again, something that they struggled to do last week. They are doing it efficiently today. 1st and 10 coming up from the 30. Look at this. Greg Ward does an excellent route. Gets wide open down the seam. And that is not a good throw from Woodside. But how about the awareness from Ward to make a sliding catch? Big time play from Ward. And a couple massive catches already today. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Orlando's defense with a huge bluff on that 3rd and 20. And now the Commanders making them pay for it. 1st and 10. Kenneth Farrell trying to get something going on the ground. Finds a bit of a lane, brings it down to the 25. It's his best run of the day. Brings up 2nd and 4. And Apollos, again, defensively, they just haven't really found a way to stop the Commanders yet. And they got him to 3rd and 20. You think they should have had an easy 3 and out there. But McKay breaks a couple tackles and picks up the 1st down. 2nd and 4 now from the 25. And Woodside is almost intercepted. That was ridiculously dangerous, and Orlando wishes that they had that one back. I think that was through the hands of Reggie Northrup. Hit as he threw. That was a borderline fumble. Too bad we didn't get another look at that. Brings up 3rd and 4 from the 25. So let's see if Orlando can at least hold San Antonio to a field goal here. That would be big for this defense after this drive. Woodside with all sorts of time, and it's an easy conversion to Ayers. 1st down, San Antonio. And they continue to move the football. And 3 missed opportunities now on this drive for Orlando. The 3rd and 20. Then you have that tip pass that should have been intercepted at the line. And now 3rd and 4. Ayers, you cannot let him get that wide open past the sticks. That's just not very high football IQ from Orlando's defense, letting Ayers just go across the middle wide open past the sticks. 1st and 10 now from the 18 in the red zone for the 3rd time today are the Commanders. I'm very impressed with how well this offense has looked. 1st and 10 from the 18. And they give it on the end around. Room to run. Evan Rodriguez, the tight end, takes it to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming out for the Commanders, who have controlled this game since Orlando's first score, pretty much. And if San Antonio can win this game, they improve to 1-1. They'll be knotted up with San Diego, Arizona, and themselves at 1-1. This will be big. On the ground is Kenneth Farrow, and he's got a 1st down. Sets up 1st and goal at the 8. The Commanders inside the 10 for the 3rd time today. The Apollos defense, again, they've just struggled today to get any sort of stop. And they've got to hope for the best here. They've dialed up a lot of pressure, and it has not really paid off. On the ground, Farrow trying to find a lane and takes it down to the 5. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 5. And San Antonio was held to a 22-yard field goal a couple drives ago. So, see if Orlando's defense can do that again. This drive has taken up so much time. We're down to 3.5 minutes in this 3rd quarter, so Orlando's going to have to do some work pretty quickly. 2nd and goal. And that's David Cobb. Had the touchdown run earlier. Brings it down to the 3. So 3rd and goal. And now if you're Mike Riley, what do? Do you run it? Do you throw it? I would personally, in this position, 3rd and goal from the 3, I'd go for a pass. You just ran it twice. Logan Woodside's played a great game. I think it's time he throws a touchdown pass. Can Orlando's defense come up with a stop? 3rd and goal. This is a big play from the 3. Woodside to throw. He's got time. Being pressured. Lets it go. It's tipped and inaccurate. Incomplete. So the line able to tip the pass for the 2nd time today. And again, that looked like it was close to a fumble. Let's get a better look at this right here. Yeah, his arm is coming forward. He just gets tipped by his own offensive lineman. So that is the 2nd time the Commanders have marched inside the 5-yard line and have to settle for 3. That leaves the door wide open for Orlando's offense to march down and score some points and take the lead. Nick Rose, he was good from 22 yards. Can he hit it from 20? Should be a no-brainer. The kick is up, and it's right through. San Antonio with a 14-9 lead over the Apollos. Big game right now between both of these teams, 2 of the better teams in the league. San Antonio again opened the season 0-1, Orlando 1-0. But a win here for San Antonio, they throw themselves right back into that AAF West race. Meanwhile, Orlando, if they drop this game, if they cannot find a way to win this game, drop to 1-1, you're knotted up with Atlanta and Birmingham. So the Apollos, they had to try to get their offense going. They did not come away with any points before the half, which was just really ridiculous. Again, I blame that on Madden, but we'll see right now. This offense has looked not too bad. And if they had more time in the first half, they certainly would have gotten some points. Nick Rose on to kick it away. This is a big drive for Orlando. They've got to find a way to march it down again. Akeem Hunt takes it out of the end zone and tries to find a lane. Picks up about 28, 29 yards on that return. Brings it to 27. So the Apollos offense coming back out onto the field here. Akeem Hunt on that return, but Dearness Johnson has had a great day. Over 50 yards in that first half, and let's see what they decide to do with him in the second half. You think 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so you're only down by 5, so your run game is definitely there and available. But the Apollos have got to find a way to march it down and just score another touchdown. They have to score another touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 27. Off-play action. What a block from Johnson, and it is caught by the other Johnson. Charles Johnson. I don't know how Gilbert got that pass through there in all sorts of traffic. This is one of the best blocks you'll see by a running back, and that's why Dearness Johnson is such a key player. He can block, he can run. Look at this block right there. Gilbert should have been smoked. Meanwhile, he throws a bullet to Charles Johnson, who makes a huge catch for the Apollos and gets him to midfield. Look at this grab in heavy traffic, heavy defense, and he just goes up and grabs it. Big play for Orlando to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up from the 48. Apollos have been behind the 8 ball for most of this game. Can they turn that around to right now? Back to throw again is Gilbert. Going deep, down the sidelines. Got a man wide open, it's complete. To the 25. Jalen Marshall, who had a touchdown earlier, had a crazy catch on the tip pass, and now gets down to 25. What a reception from Jalen Marshall that sets up Orlando at the 25. Just wide open, completely blown coverage from Devontae Bosby. And Jalen Marshall lays out for a beautiful grab. Orlando down by 5, but Garrett Gilbert with a couple huge throws. 1st and 10 now from the 25 for the Apollos. Can they reclaim the lead right now as we're getting close to the end of the 3rd quarter? Back to throw again is Gilbert. Guns it across the middle. It's complete. That's Charles Johnson again to the 18. This has just been an excellent game for Garrett Gilbert again, who just continues to find his guys. Hopefully I don't jinx him here for his sake. Has not thrown an interception this season yet. He's been so accurate with the football. He's only thrown, I think, 4 incompletions this entire season so far. Of course, this is just the 2nd week, but still, that is ridiculously impressive. 2nd and 3 now from the 18. I'd expect to see them go to Johnson now on the ground. They do. Straight up the middle, and it's a 1st down. Inside the 15 to the 14, and Johnson has 61 yards on 11 carries. This Apollo offense is so scary when it gets things going. 1st and 10 from the 14, and if you're San Antonio, you just got to find a way to just get a stop. If they can hold them to a field goal here, that would be very impressive. Time running down. Will we get another play? No. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 down, 1 more to go. A very, very exciting game. The 14-9 score really does not show how much offense has been in this game. Neither defense has done much. It's just San Antonio has been held to 2 very short field goals. Orlando got robbed of points before the first half. At the end of the first half, we'll see. 1st and 10, off play action. Gilbert checks it out. That's Scott Orndorff with the reception down to the 10. Yeah, Gilbert, 17 for 19. Only 4 incompletions so far in the season. Orndorff, a catch for 4 yards, brings him to the 10. And the Apollos, pretty wild. They have not found the end zone since their first drive in the 1st quarter. 2nd and 6 now from the 10. See what the play call is from Steve Spurrier. They give it on the end around. Big 1st down run for Sean Price. Brings him to the 3. I love the play call. Completely fooled out San Antonio, and Orlando in excellent position now to try to score a touchdown. Now let's see. Are they going to do what San Antonio did, which was just have a couple botched plays there? Or can Orlando retake the lead? Let's see what they do. 1st and goal from the 3. And it's a pitch. Johnson, he is close but not in. Gets down to the 1, and he was about just a half yard. My goodness, I like that. That was, again, another great play call from Steve Spurrier. He is mixing things up down here. It's such an excellent coach. I mean, the game of football, this guy knows it like the back of his hand. 2nd and goal now from the 1. This is intense. On the ground again, trying to break out, but he cannot. Big stop there from San Antonio. Pushes him all the way back to the 6. Matthew Godin, he had a big sack before. Gets in there immediately, and I don't like the play call there to run it, to be honest. San Antonio was just stacking everyone in the box. Johnson had nowhere to go, and now it's going to come down to a huge throw on 3rd and goal. This is massive. I mean, we've got 7:45-ish to play. If Orlando has to settle for a field goal, San Antonio can put the game away with a touchdown. 3rd and goal from the 6. Can Gilbert get his guys into the end zone? Motions Johnson out. Back to throw. He's got time. He's got to let it go. He will. End zone is caught. Touchdown. The Apollos score again. That's Sean Price, the tight end. He had a score last week, and he has a go-ahead touchdown here in the 4th quarter to put him up 15-14. What a throw. Unbelievable pass from Garrett Gilbert. Just over the defender and finds a wide open Sean Price. Unbelievable stuff going down here in San Antonio. And this is a massive 2-point conversion right now for Orlando. They got to convert on this too. They're 0 for 1 on the day so far. They were 3 for 4 last week. See if they can at least get it to 50%. This is big, and if you're the Commanders, you've got to find a way to come up with a stop. Dearness Johnson was just stopped on that first 2-point conversion. Let's see if they go through the air on this one. They go back to Johnson, and he's not going to get there. Again, a massive stop from the Commanders, and Orlando only has a 1-point lead. I really don't like the play call there to run it. Again, San Antonio had stacked everybody in the box. The great drive, it gives them the lead. Garrett Gilbert throws a beautiful touchdown, but why not throw it there when your quarterback is just so hot? So the score stays 15-14, and now it's going to come down to Logan Woodside and the Commanders here with 7:15 to play. Can Logan Woodside get his team back on the field and at least get him in position to win this game with a field goal or touchdown? And with how long some of these drives have been, San Antonio could just really run down a lot of the clock. We'll see what they do. Can Orlando's defense step it up, though, and maybe force a 3-and-out? Fry kicks it away. Ayers back to receive. He had a big return on that second try. Let's see what he does here. Makes a move. Cuts it upfield to the 26. So the Commanders down by 1. What has been a back and forth game, and Logan Woodside, he's had himself a pretty good day. Had a couple lucky passes that were bad at the line that dropped incomplete and weren't picked off, but let's see what he can do here. This is where he needs to prove himself that he's one of the better quarterbacks in this league. 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to throw with all sorts of time. He's got to get rid of the football. Finally does. Shoots it way downfield, and it's knocked away. Oh my goodness. DeMarcus Ayers had a chance to catch that and go to the end zone. Man. Sets up 2nd and 10 now from the 26. That would have been a complete game changer. Orlando, though, they're hardly rushing anybody, and they're almost getting to him. See what they do. A bad snap. They only bring 3. And that's complete. Greg Ward Jr. First down to the 46 at the pickup of 20. The Commanders continuing to move the football. Greg Ward having himself a day. Surprised there have been no turnovers in this game. We've been seeing a lot of clean games recently. Atlanta and San Diego, the previous game, no turnovers. And so far today, no turnovers. And of course, now that I said it, something will happen. Although, I really hope that it didn't just jinx San Antonio, because I would feel pretty terrible for the Commanders. We'll see. 1st and 10 coming up from the 46. And can the Apollos stop? The Commanders have scored on every single drive. Back to throw again is Woodside, and it's complete. Kenneth Farrow picks up about 3. And they give him 2. 2nd and 8 coming up from the 48. And if you're Steve Spurrier, what do you want to do defensively? Do you dial up pressure? Do you just try to keep these receivers locked up? I mean, they've had a hard time keeping any of these guys contained. 2nd and 8 now from the 48. Woodside back to throw again with all sorts of time. Going deep to the sidelines, and it is incomplete. Out of bounds from Mikael McKay. Huge 3rd and 8. It doesn't get much bigger than this. They have done an excellent job converting on 3rd downs. Again, we go back to that 3rd and 12 to Greg Ward. The 3rd and 20 to Mikael McKay. 3rd and 8, and this could decide the game. Huge play coming up on the AAF Simulated. What's the play call for Mike Riley? Back to throw is Woodside. All sorts of time. Pressured. Has to just check it down. That's complete. Kenneth Farrow, and he's blasted at the 47. Excellent open field tackling. That's Mark Myers. He's had a couple big plays this game. Made a couple mistakes this game. But that was massive. Look at that. Mark Myers. Why are there 2 number 23s? What the heck? No wonder I've been getting Myers and Gunter mixed up. That is a glitch on Madden's part, and I apologize for that. But that's why I've made that mistake twice. I knew it. Something was up. Anyways, Joseph Zima has to punt it away, and it goes out to 28. Not a good punt. So out comes Orlando's offense. Dearness Johnson struggled his last couple of runs, but the Apollos, who have really been behind the 8 ball for most of this game, have a 1-point lead with 4:54 to play, and if their offense can continue to push the ball down the field, I think to score a touchdown here, you can really start putting the thing away. Under 5 minutes, can the Commanders' defense come up with another stop? They desperately need one. On the ground, it's Johnson trying to find a lane, and a decent gain on 1st down brings it up to the 34. 2nd and 4 coming up. That's exactly the type of play that the Apollos needed to have on 1st down. Nice chunk yardage, picks up 6. Manageable 2nd and 4. You let milk the clock down as much as you can. Orlando, this is a big drive. Can they finish off this game and improve to 2-0? 2nd and 4 coming up from the 34. Again on the ground, Johnson. He's got a 1st down. What a fight from Johnson. Able to break through the tackler. Jordan Thomas met him before the line, but Johnson overpowers him, picks up a 1st down to the 39, and we are now under 4 minutes to play in this ball game. The Orlando Apollos making it happen here with Dearness Johnson. The delayed give, and it goes nowhere. Oh my. What a hit in the backfield. That is Tyrone Holmes. Loss of 3 on the play. Look at this shot. That is some AAF simulated football right there if I've ever seen it. What an exciting game. 2nd and 13 now from the 36 as time continues to run down the clock. Closing it on 3 minutes and a huge 2nd and 13. Excuse me. What is the play call going to be from Spurrier? Garrett Gilbert takes it himself! And Garrett Gilbert! You've got to be kidding me! Another first down for the quarterback! That is incredible! I love that. Steve Spurrier is a genius. That is one of the best play calls I've seen. First down and San Antonio has to blow a timeout. Wow. That is simply phenomenal play calling. And Gilbert, he takes it, he gets around the outside. I wish you would have seen the replay. They just completely faked him out. Complete fake out. Unbelievable. Gilbert will throw now. 1st and 10. Zips it across the middle. It's complete, so the time keeps running. San Antonio has to use another timeout. 2nd and 3. The Apollo's getting closer to pulling out with a really, really tight game. Here in San Antonio, a game that certainly could go both ways and still can go both ways. I'm surprised San Antonio is using their timeouts, but I mean, I guess you're trying to hope that your defense can come up with a stop and at least get the ball back with about 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd and 3 now from San Antonio's 44. On the ground, it's Johnson. First down and more. Dearness Johnson off to the races to the 22. And San Antonio has to use their last timeout. The Orlando Apollos, they really struggled on a couple of those drives in the middle of the game. But they are making it happen when they need to, as this game is coming to a close. 2:39 and San Antonio is out of timeouts. If you're a Commanders fan, this is just heartbreaking right now. Watching this happen, I mean, you did such a good job controlling this game through about 3 quarters. Gilbert's going to throw. And that is knocked away, incomplete, looking for Sean Price, who had the go-ahead touchdown earlier in this quarter. I don't know why Orlando's throwing the football. That ain't complete. I mean, run the football. San Antonio only has a 2-minute warning left. Man, some of these Madden simulations, again, it is frustrating. 2nd and 10 now from the 22. You'd expect to just see them keep it on the ground here. Gilbert trying to take it himself, and Deron Smith gets to him behind the line. Big play. 3rd and 11, and now you wonder, does Orlando throw it here? Why would you throw it on 1st down? That's what I want to know. Because the incompletion, then a stop here, and we'll see if Orlando lets it run out of the 2-minute warning, which they should. I mean, they should let this run all the way down, and they will. All right. 3rd and 11. 15-14. Orlando with the lead. 3rd and 11. Now, if I'm Orlando, I guess you're in a spot now where you probably should throw it and try to get the 1st down to ice the game, rather than kicking a field goal and letting San Antonio have a chance to win the game with a touchdown. This is a tough call, and let's see what Garrett Gilbert can do. 3rd and 11. On the ground. Johnson is not going to get there. Big tackle. San Antonio is going to get the ball back. Incredible. So a poor play call from Spurrier. I mean, he's been phenomenal this game. But to throw it on 1st down and not get the completion, this gives San Antonio now a chance. So Orlando can make it a 4-point lead, which means that San Antonio can't tie it up with a field goal, but they're going to need a touchdown. And they'll have a little over a minute to do so. 35-yard field goal attempt for Elliott Fry. Kick is up, and it is good. Orlando with an 18-14 lead, a minute and 14 to go. So San Antonio with no timeouts has to go the length of the field. And what a gift that Spurrier has given the Commanders, who ran out of timeouts before the 2-minute warning, were able to somehow hold Orlando to a field goal, and now it's a 4-point game. Again, just a bad call from Spurrier to throw it. But hey, we are all about excitement here in the AAF Simulated. And this game, it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to whether or not Logan Woodside can somehow march down his team all the way down the field and score a touchdown. With 1:14 to play, only 74 seconds. Ayers will take it out of the end zone. Probably not the best idea. Brings it up to 28, runs off some time. 1:10 now on the clock. 1st and 10 coming up, and man, Mike Riley, there's a lot on the line. San Antonio, they were home last week, they're home this week, then they're on the road for 4 straight weeks. So if you open up your season with 2 losses at home, it's just a little bit disheartening going on the road for 4 weeks, knowing that your fans are not going to see you till week 7. 1st and 10 now from the 28. Woodside back to throw. Quick throw across the middle, it's complete. Farrow trying to make a move, taken down to 37, and San Antonio is going to have to move. Again, these Madden simulations really struggle with time management. Up to the 37, though. Still hope right now for the Commanders. Got to get things lined up quickly. We're down to 50 seconds. 2nd and 1. Orlando's defense just needs to make a couple more stops here. Woodside back to throw. Just checks it outside, and it's almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. That should have been a pick. Marquez White would have ended the game right then and there. That's the 2nd drop pick from Orlando today. Again, a game with no turnovers, but should have been one there. 3rd and 1 from the 37. You get a nice completion out of bounds here, and it's still in this game. 3rd and 1. Woodside to throw. Across the middle, it is complete. 1st down to the 41. Then they've got to keep it moving. That's Kenneth Farrow, and we're down to 30 seconds. And they gotta get back to the line. Come on! I hate these simulations. San Antonio, yeah, they're only gonna have maybe 1, maybe 2 plays here, depending on what happens. 1st and 10 from the 41. Just go out of bounds with the football. Come on! And it's overthrown! Oh, man! He had him. That would have set him up for at least a Hail Mary attempt. 2nd and 10 now from the 41. By the way, guys, I'm not trying to take any sides here. I never root for anybody watching these games. I just want to see a good ending and also just want to see these guys execute. And I just want to see Madden not screw things up. That's all. 2nd and 10 now from the 41. Woodside to throw. He's going to just let it fly deep. And it's overthrown. San Antonio with 1 more attempt here. 3rd and 10, 5 seconds to go. And Woodside should have just let the guys get maybe in a position to catch the football. 1 last attempt for the Commanders here to avoid starting the season 0-2 with 2 tough losses at home. That would just really put them behind in the AAF West. Let's see what happens. Woodside to throw. Time is out, and he's just got to put it up. He'll let it fly deep. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag! No way! That is unbelievable. Sheriff McManus, one of the backup cornerbacks, sets him up at the 5. Final play of the game. You've got to be kidding me. This is unbelievable. 1st and goal, 1 last play from the 5. To throw. Go to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! San Antonio wins it! Cam clear in the end zone. That is unreal. Orlando had the game in the bag. What in the world just happened? What just happened? San Antonio with a godsend pass interference call, and the Commanders win it 20-18. What a play. Cam Clear makes a great catch on a ball that's thrown behind him from Woodside. Unreal. And they'll settle for the 2-point conversion for absolutely no reason. The game is over. Woodside to throw. And this doesn't matter at all. Imagine if he threw a pick 6 here. That would be some wild stuff. End zone is caught, and that's the game. San Antonio wins it. Unbelievable. Spurrier's defense just needed to make 1 final stop. Instead, it's a pass interference, and it's a touchdown, and San Antonio wins this game 22-18 to improve to 1-1 the season. Meanwhile, the Apollos dropped to 1-1. Unbelievable. That is a wild ending to a pretty crazy game all around. Absolutely insane. San Antonio, what a huge win for them. They improved to 1-1 on the season. And next week, they're going to be at San Diego, who they lost to 33-21 to start the season. Meanwhile, Orlando will host 0-2 Memphis Express. What a game. And the Commanders with, I got to say, that's probably the luckiest ending that they could have asked for. They had one play left. And I really don't know how they made that work. That is absolutely wild. And Orlando, after fighting all the way back and taking the lead, and you go back to the play call to throw it on first down from Spurrier. What a stupid idea. And then Sherrick McManus, why would you pass interference there? There's no reason to. You're not even in the end zone. The game would be over. So Madden screws over Orlando there. And the Apollo dropped to 1-1. That'll do it for us here at the AAF Simulated. Thank you all for watching this crazy ending to Week 2. We appreciate all the watchers and just all the support that we've received. Again, San Antonio 1-1, Orlando 1-1. Got some big stuff coming up in Week 3. Lots of exciting games going to go down. So, yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow us on Twitter so you get all the updates, important information about the league. And, yeah, that's about it. The AAF sheets is down in the description below with all the game stats, individual player stats, the season, the standings, all that good stuff. What a crazy ending. I cannot believe that Madden got San Antonio that crazy win. Crazy stuff. One last thing, if you guys really enjoy what we're doing here and you want to support us financially, it'd be really appreciated. We put a lot of time and effort and just a lot of work into making this a reality, AAF Simulated, as much of a reality as we possibly can. So if you feel like sending us a few bucks, no pressure. There's a PayPal link down in the description below. If not, that's fine. Just keep watching us, supporting us. And Week 3, it's going to be a good one. Got some great matches coming down the pipeline for you all. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Week 3 coming on up.